Hello, my name is Kaikawali Jasin, and today I'm going to do the BIT 354 assignment number 2, which is 8 techniques for um, OS hardening, and I'm going to submit the report as well along with this presentation. So in this presentation, we're going to talk about 8 ways to harden your system and the operating system from various threats and attacks. So the 8 ways I have gone with is the physical security, access control, application security, network security, backup and recovery, customized security baseline, administrative security baseline, and personalization security baseline. Talking about our first technique, which is physical security. To run OS, obviously there need to be a device, an example, a laptop, a desktop, a server, or something like that. So the first thing we need to do to harden our OS is to physically securing it. So we can do this by attaching the computer, laptop, or the object to a lock. As an example, again, Sinton lock. So also we can limit the access to the device by locking up a room and introducing access cards to the authorized personnel, such as RFID cards. So access control may be accomplished via access codes, magnetic cards, or biometric data. So the other thing is the systems, the physical systems can be easily damaged by water damage, because the system is electrical. So we have to be cautious with faulty water pipes, etc. So for the second technique is controlling the access to the operating system. So as you can see, my name and number is student ID is here. So I have used Windows XP to the hardening techniques. So the first point of access control is limiting and restricting permissions. That means the only authorized personnel can accomplish some tasks. So for that we have to use local user managers, or LD user manager can be found in start menu and when you search run option in the run. So for security reasons, we have to create a second admin account that only has restricted access, so like this. So clicking on user accounts will take you to the control panel's user account section. So this is the admin, this is the guest. So we can customize our needs to whatever the person who's accessing the OS, maybe a guest, maybe an administrator. So we have to also have to create a strong password for the administrator account, and for day-to-day tasks, you have the limited account is great, using the limited account. For installation and configuration settings, we have to run the application as the administrator and enter the password. This is the first. Second technique. For the third technique, we are talking about the application security. So application security, under application security, the software restriction policy (SRP) gives users a greater control over what applications that may execute from where. So furthermore, they also offer the following advantage: log into the system using an administrator account, and group policy may be launched by gpedit.msc into the start menus run command or search box and click OK. So after that, in the drop down menu that appears the following picture, such as this. So you can go on the computer configuration and Windows settings and security settings. So there, as you can see, these are the policies you can edit. So for the fourth technique, we are talking about the network hardening, and by network hardening we can allow IPv6 to be disabled unless your network configuration requires it. So you can either remove the disabled components registry option or choose Internet Protocol version 6 IPv6 from the list of objects under the network connections folder and folders networking tab to turn off the IPv6. And we can also try to restrict both incoming and outgoing connections as much as possible, and we can use Windows Firewall and Windows Defender as well. So the other thing is, it is very important to keep your OS operating system up to date to reduce the vulnerability network threats. So but currently Windows XP does not provide any updates anymore because it's already been reached end of its life. So the fifth technique is backup and recovery. So when you're running a PC or an operating system, it is quite essential to keep backups regularly, because if an attack happens, your data can be damaged. So furthermore, it is essential to utilize redundancy and variety in your backups to ensure completeness. And a local external hard drive using FTE and a second hard drive is at a different location should be used for backups, not the same hard drive, because if a threat attacks your primary hard drive, so you can't use it again. And furthermore, you can use cloud services as well to backup your essential files. So for the sixth technique, we have customer security baseline. So it's under the application security as well. So we have we can edit, and group policy editor will be required to apply these changes. So gpedit.msc. So ordinary users will see the same behavior as secure desktop users when the elevation prompt appears. So multiple information sources (MSS) and safe DL1 and search search modes, and disabling or enabling safe DLL search mode, shutting down the machine without logging in is enabled when this feature is activated. No need to CTRL or delete using the interactive login, thus it has been disabled. So furthermore, the transfer of control to a user traverse checking may be override by users. Network service and local service, the administrators among others. So by default, no auto-run instruction should be executed. So when we put a disk or something like that, there won't be any auto-run feature to install. So for the seventh technique, we're going to talk about administrative security baseline. So the computer set up administrative procedures, templates, internet-based communication system administration, configurations for communication via internet, customer experience, improvement program for Windows Messenger should be disabled, and turn off your computer and uninstall the Windows Customer Experience Improvement Program. So that equals enabled administrative procedures, templates, configuration network, and P2P networking services, also known as Microsoft P2P networking services. Options for securing your data accounts: the administrator account's name should be changed. So for the eighth technique, so we're going to talk about the personalization security baseline. So enable password security for screensaver, enabled computer setup and configuration, Windows settings and settings, local policies, include local policies, so like in this, and you can choose to use the number of seconds remaining before the screensaver grace period expires. So that means by selecting this, we can select the time that the screen turn on. So we have to do this by computer settings, Windows settings, security settings, and local policies, measures of security, and you can choose to use in interactive logins. The user information is shown when the session is locked, and strong key encryption should be used to secure stored on the computer. So those are the 8 points techniques to harden the OS. So thank you for your time, and I will in the report these points discussed in extended. So please refer to the report as well. Thank you very much.